Stop going out to restaurants and overpaying for French onion soup. In today's episode, I'm going to show you everything you need to know to make the perfect bowl of French onion soup at home. So let's get into it, shall we? So we're going to start off with the very most important part of making the soup, like I just said. You need to caramelize these onions, and you have to do it low and slow. On a medium to low heat, we're going to put in our butter. And we're going to put in some olive oil. We're going to give this a second to melt. And we're going to go in with all of our onions. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is a lot of onions, but trust me on this. By the time we take the next 30 to 40 minutes caramelizing these to a delicious, deep brown, they're gonna shrink down a lot. It's gonna be mind-boggling how much they shrink down. After only about 6 or 7 minutes, they're gonna be at this stage, really kind of sweated down, but certainly nowhere near close. So we're gonna keep going with this. Now this is a good time because later on, we're going to need some grated cheese. So go ahead and get your cheese grated. If you have a food processor, it's so much easier. If not, grab yourself your box grater and go to town. About 20 minutes in, this is what you're gonna see. They're gonna really start to get some brown color to them. They're really gonna start to break down, shrink down. Take a look at that. Now, if you noticed, I didn't cut these into rings. You can slice them into rings. It's just so much easier to take your onion, cut it in half, put it on its side, slice it, get these half rings. It's so much easier. And you also don't want to slice them too thin because they break down so much, they'll almost disintegrate. So give them a little bit of thickness. I only wish I could describe to you the smell. If you could smell this smell, I mean, it's caramelizing, it's breaking down those sugars. All you smell is just the sweet, sweet onions. These are regular yellow onions. They're not a Vidalia onion. They're not a white onion. I just like to use yellow onions for this, just as an FYI. Speaking of what I like to use for this, all of the ingredients are in the description below. Everything you need is down there. It's been about 30 minutes, and I think we are there. Look again. See this? You know what this is? You know what this is? It's flavor. That's what it is. So now, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of garlic. Not a lot, just a little. And I'm gonna go in with a little bit of flour. I only do that because I like my French onion soup, certainly not thick, but just not like ultra watery. I like it to have a little bit of viscosity to it. So I just put in a teaspoon of flour. And I'm just gonna stir this around a little bit more. I'm gonna let that flour cook off. I'm gonna let the flavors of the garlic come out. And once that's done, we're gonna do what's called deglazing, which means we are gonna pull all that flavor that is stuck to the bottom of the pan. And we're gonna do that by putting our sherry in there. We're gonna stir this around a little. We're gonna scrape the bottom. We're gonna incorporate all of that sherry in there. Oh, the smell. Absolutely amazing. I like using this cast iron Dutch oven for this. I mean, you could use, a standard stainless steel pot if you wanted to. I just happen to really like this. I use this for everything. There is a link down below to my Amazon storefront where you can find a link to purchase this exact one. If not this one, they have a bunch of them on there. So when you get a second, go down there and check it out. So we've let that cook a little bit. Going in with our beef stock. This is 6 cups. Like I said, everything you need to know as far as recipe is down below. Wow. That is a nice onion to stock ratio. So to that, we're gonna add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Now listen, it's Worcestershire sauce. I live in Massachusetts. south of Boston. So saying Worcestershire sauce is not hard for me. I've heard people say all kinds of crazy stuff. Worcestershire, Worcester, blah, blah. It's Worcestershire sauce. It's not a big deal. We're gonna go in with that. We're gonna go in with some thyme. Could you use fresh thyme? Of course you could. Do I have fresh thyme? No, I don't. Dried thyme, going in. Bay leaf also going in. Now, this with the beef stock, I mean, it's not low sodium, so I'm not gonna test my salt levels for a little while. I'm gonna let this simmer a little bit. I am just gonna go ahead, I'm just gonna put a couple twists of fresh black pepper in there. I'm gonna give this a little bit of stir. I'm gonna let this come back up to temperature. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a simmer, and I'm gonna let it simmer probably another 15 minutes after that. And that's when it's gonna pull all the flavors together. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let this simmer down for maybe 15, 20 minutes. Then we're gonna check on it. I think at that point it's gonna be perfect. In the meantime, I'm gonna toast off those baguettes that we cut up earlier. I'm gonna get everything else ready. Our cheese is ready to go. And then we're gonna pull it all together. So while I'm simmering, do me a favor, help support me and the channel, get it out to more people, hit that like, subscribe button, help me out a lot. Appreciate it. Okay, we are officially there. We have made some fantastic French onion soup broth. Now that we've got this done, now's where we're really gonna take it to the next level. Get yourself a cup, a bowl, your favorite thing, whatever you like to have your soup out of, but make sure it's oven safe because this bad boy is going under the broiler, so make sure it's oven safe. Look at that. This is actually a lot of soup. We're gonna leave some space at the top. We've got a couple of pieces of toasted baguette. We wanna make sure this fits. We just wanna put one in there. Oh, fantastic. Look at the way that fits. We don't need these right now. We're gonna take some of our beautifully shredded. This happens to be Swiss cheese. You can certainly use Gruyère. You can certainly use a mixture of the two. I looked for Gruyère in the store and I couldn't find it. So I found some Swiss, so I'm going with Swiss today. And we're gonna take just a nice handful and we're gonna go right on the top with it. That might be a little overkill, but there we go. Now I got a tip for you. You see this? I wrap a lot of stuff that I put into the oven in aluminum foil. If I think there's even a chance that there's gonna be an overflow or something's gonna get burnt or something's gonna happen, I always wrap it in this. Just a little tip. It just saves you pans and it saves you from, having to scrape like crazy. We're gonna hit this with a little bit of parsley just for some color. I'm gonna go throw this under the broiler and then I'm gonna take it out and we are going to taste it. So sit tight, 2 seconds. After 3 or 4 minutes, let's take a look at our final product. Oh yeah. Perfect, let's taste it. Well, just like I said, it came out perfect. You do not need to go to a restaurant to get delicious, delicious French onion soup. Just take a look at that. Oh, we're talking the flavors are all there. Now, don't get me wrong. I had to let this cool down for a while because as you know, if you've ever had French onion soup before, it is hot, hot, hot. But I can't wait anymore. I have to taste it. It's hot, that is for sure. But when I tell you the flavors are there, the flavors are there. It's so rich and beefy, and it has just the right viscosity. The onions are cooked perfectly. There's so much flavor. The bread on top, the Swiss cheese, all melted down. You got the crisp edges. Oh, it is so good. You 100% have to go ahead and make yourself some of this French onion soup. So I really appreciate you watching all the way to the end. YouTube's got another one of my videos right up in here somewhere, picked out just for you, so check that out. So get ready to watch that video, like, subscribe, and when you're done doing all that, go cook something.